We're in the Element Wealth studio on SuperTalk, Mississippi, and I'm joined now by Gulfport Mayor Billy Hewes, also drummer in the band Cut Bait, which I assume after your term limited out, Mayor, is going to be your career path of choice.
Yeah, of choice, maybe not the option that as much as I want, because my wife has told me I'm coming to work for her. But yeah, we'll be playing some music for sure.
It's good to talk to you, Billy, and I love that you're wearing the traditional Mardi Gras colors. If you're watching the video on supertalk.fm and YouTube, it's great to have you on the Friday before Fat Tuesday.
Yeah, it's a great time of the year. We get to celebrating early, and if you're involved in any cruise, a lot of folks don't know this, but the lead up to Mardi Gras starts in late summer, early fall, and the crews start to get together because they changes every single year, and there's a lot of fanfare. And then you get to this time of the year after the first of the year where, you have your balls and your parades and things. And our parade is going to be tomorrow.
Gemini.
Pastor Stan, that's right. Pastor Stan is going to have theirs Saturday. They're in Neptune. The Gulf Coast Carnival is, Monday evening ball, Tuesday all day. So it's just a real festive time here. That is a community event, as one of my buddies said. Our heritage requires it of us, so we have a big time. And plastic beads, they are high valued over the next few days. They really are priceless. And then on Ash Wednesday, they have no value at all. So it's fun.
Right. And things are a little more family friendly on the coast than in say New Orleans come Mardi Gras weekend. And I love Mardi Gras is my favorite time of the year, and I miss it being up north where you mentioned Fat Tuesday and Mardi. They have something up here called a punch key. I don't know if you're familiar with it. It's basically a filled donut, which we'll all enjoy on Fat Tuesday, but. Some friends got together to play poker, and I wanted to bring a king cake, and I searched everywhere for king cakes up here, and finally found a Gambino's king cake at a boutique grocery store, and nobody knew what it was. I think I may have been the only one to try it. It was very disappointing.
Well, I will tell you, you can just about mail order anything these days, and a lot of the really good bakeries, they will ship to you all around the world. If you really need a king cake fix, they can get it to you.
Yeah, at a low cost of like $300 for a king cake.
Yeah, we're pretty close, but
Gulfport Mayor Billy Hewes here on Middays with Gerard Gilbert. I'm Scott Sands. Mayor, are you concerned at all about security after what happened in New Orleans? I mean, I've known past chiefs of police in the city, and Gulfport are very safe. The parades in Gulfport, as far as I know, have always been fairly safe.
They have been. You'll have an incident here and there, and you always have to be vigilant and prepare for the worst, hope for the best. And it's one thing when you mix alcohol with fun, and there's an abundance of both, and some people get irresponsible. But with respect to today's day and age, you can't be too cautious. You can't plan enough, and even the best laid of plans. It only takes one lone actor, one lunatic to ruin it for everybody and create just a horrific situation. So everybody's taking the precautions they can, and fortunately, knock on wood, we've been blessed to have some pretty, like you said, family-friendly activities and events, and just things that are easy to get to, easy to get out of, and just overall a good sense of fun and celebration of our culture.
How many people are you expecting for Gemini tomorrow?
I would say a couple thousand, at least on the parade route. It just depends. And the weather's going to be really good, so it may be 5,000. But it's thousands of folks come out. And what happens is, Scott, people will move, or kind of gravitate. They're planning their whole weekend schedule, the 4-day weekend, moving from one to another, and sometimes in the same day.
Yeah,
what's needed is seeing the parents.
I'm jealous of the coast weather right now. I think it's about 25, 30 degrees. So, right. What I meant, I worked in radio in high school when I was in high school at St. John with your brother Michael. I didn't get to go to a lot of parades with my friends because I was always in the parades for the radio station. So I missed out on a lot of those experiences.
Yeah, but being able to ride a float's a pretty special thing now. You just got to prepare and you wear your arm out if you brought enough beads. But it's fun just being able to go. So you may have missed being on the route, but it sounds like you had a little bit of a part of it. But I understand what you're saying. All your buddies are out there kind of gathering up and having a couple of cool ones and catching a bunch of beads and just some fellowship and maybe even some gumbo cooking going on. Or this time we're starting to get into the crawfish season too. So it's just, again, we celebrate over food down here, and it's a big part of it. So you may have missed some of that, but there's always opportunity. Find your way back.
Yeah, I need to. I need to plan a trip down this time of year instead of in the summer as I usually do for our class reunions. How important is Mardi Gras? Gulfport and the coast have so much going on. How important is it to tourism revenue for the coast?
Tourism's been our bread and butter, and we're always looking for ways to keep it year round. And we do everything like cruising the coast that happens in October, which kind of extends it from the summer season. And then we started the Harbor Lights Winter Festival, a great Christmas show that really takes it all the way through to New Year's. And so Mardi Gras, it just works out timing wise, where you get a little bit of breather right after Christmas, but then it's right back at it. And so it's a huge part of it. I couldn't tell you right now what the economic benefit, the multiplier is, but it is substantial with the locals. And, you're purchasing a lot of things from, you talk about shop local. It is definitely a local type of deal.
And I'd love to see other cities in the state capitalize on Mardi Gras season as well. I know there are some parades to a smaller degree in Hattiesburg and Laurel, Jackson. I don't know if Meridian has any crews, but extend that through the state. I mean, it's an important Southern tradition this time of year that I would love to see other cities in the state of Mississippi take advantage of. But you've got a lot going on the coast too. I know one of your initiatives has been the blue economy, which really ties everything that's happening on the coast together for the benefit of everybody who lives there.
Well, we've always been that maritime community, and sometimes you can take for granted what you've got there, this vast, wonderful resource, both fresh and salt water. And what we found with the total retooling of the port, with the $500 million from Katrina recovery funds under the direction of Governor Barber, you've got a state-of-the-art state port here. And then you've got the University of Southern Mississippi creating their School of Oceanographic Sciences, and then the creation of the Roger Wicker Center for Ocean Enterprise. We call it the Center for Awesomeness. But you've got the Naval Oceanographic folks. You've got NOAA down there occupying that. And then you've got a company called Ocean Aero. So there's a lot of research and development here. And so this Center of Excellence that Governor Bryant helped to establish, I think is going to be the place in the Gulf of America for a lot of research and development to be had. And folks are starting to beat the path here. A lot of companies and businesses and even families seeing the cost of living is pretty remarkable. This year-round weather, with the exception of 3 days of snow, it's a pretty special place to be. And the people are easy. The food's great. There's just so many good reasons to be here. And once people get here, they say, we probably want to stay. And we're seeing more investments happen. So the blue economy is just something that has been that's something that, for lack of a better term, snowballing and growing and getting a lot of attention. So it's exciting.
Yeah, I love seeing what's happening, especially along the coast, which I consider to be home. I've got so many lifelong friends that are there. And last time I was in Gulfport, your brother Michael and his wife Kay were kind enough to let me stay at their house, and I took their golf cart around downtown Gulfport and barely recognized a lot of places. There's been so much development since I left. The beautiful aquarium, which I'd love to visit. The Rice Pavilion area is just completely expanded and beyond what I would have comprehended in high school in the 80s. So you've been doing a great job, and it's great to see the coast area and the coast economy thriving the way it has.
Yes, Scott, we believe the aquarium could be a catalyst. This is a great place to come live, work, and play, and for adults in particular, but we needed that family draw, and the aquarium has been that. And now we're seeing businesses and restaurants and other folks coming in and really enjoying what we have to say and doing some really serious investing. So if you think it's changed over the last few decades, just stay tuned.
Gulfport Mayor Billy Hewes, find him on X, Billy Hewes, and City of Gulfport, and find his band Cut Bait somewhere playing around the area. Have a great Mardi Gras, Billy. It's great to see you.
They say les bon temps roulés, Scott. See you, man.
Middays with Gerard Gibbert on Super Talk Mississippi. I'm Scott Sands, filling in from the Element Wealth Studios. We'll be back with former Principal Deputy White House spokesperson Hogan Gidley next.